Alright, this is Alex from Mindful Attraction 2.0, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to instantly stand out from other women. This is instantly, alright? And the reason why I'm pretty confident that this is actually true, because I know that the primary thing that people experience from other people is not your words or your actions, but rather the energy behind your actions. And the reason why I feel like this tactic is so easy to transform your energy is because most people's energy is contracted. Most people's energy is reactive in nature. It's more based on the things that they're trying to avoid. It's not a real expression of themselves, but rather it's more of a suppression of themselves and a compartmentalizing of their personality. And so a lot of people, especially when they have insecurities, when they suppress their insecurity, which in this case is trying to come across cool, because when you're trying to come across cool, that means you're diminishing a certain aspect of yourself that's real, and you're trying to exaggerate another aspect of yourself. So that hinders your energy. It causes the energy that you have to be very constricted, and there's no real expression of yourself, but rather you're kind of like putting things out there, but first evaluating it. You're like, all right, I don't know if I should put this out there, and so you're thinking a lot. You're in your head. So the easiest way to stand out from other women is this, and I always talk about this, but I just want you to realize that this is so simple. This is something that requires a lot of effort and a lot of mental effort. Simple, you ready? And it's observing the breath. It's that, look, I'm telling you, it liberates your personality. It liberates it. But it first focuses you to expose yourself to the one thing you're trying to avoid. All right? For example, like, notice my energy. And I always do this because it really works. Notice the way I talk right now, right? But watch this. All right. So now what I'm going to do now is notice my breath as I'm talking to you. All right? And I'll talk to you how I was talking to you, but as I notice my breath. And what tends to happen is that when you notice your breath, like I always say, it forces you to slow down. And it gives you like a very chilled energy. And because you're noticing the breath, you're not thinking that much. You're not thinking of the future. You're not thinking of what you said earlier. You're more present in the moment. Because that attention that you were using up to think is being used up by your breath. So you're noticing the breath. So it forces you to become more grounded and more relaxed. And so as a woman, when you talk like this, with a presence of mind, it gives you like a very relaxed energy. It's kind of like, how can I say this? It's kind of like working on, it's kind of like doing squats when you and doing core work. It fixes the whole structure. You understand? So that's like the easiest way to do this is to notice the breath. And if you struggle noticing the breath, I use this tool that I have, which is like one of those little clickers. You see this tool? Right? So what I like to do, I like to practice it. You don't practice the noticing the breath when you're talking to a person because you usually forget. Trust me, you forget. It's something that you got to practice it during normal waking hours where there's not a lot of pressure, so that you could develop the muscles, right? So what I like to do is use this for is not to notice my breath, but to notice when I forget my breath. Right? So right now I'm talking, right? And let's say and then I start talking about something and I get lost in the stream of thought. I click this. And so what I like to do is I like to practice this like 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. It doesn't matter. But the point is that you're just reminding yourself when you forget your breath. Because as soon as you forget, you notice it. So the success is not based on how long you notice your breath, but how often you notice that you forgot your breath. And that in and of itself is going to help you remain more present because your brain is going to get used to noticing the breath because you're training it. You know what I'm saying? And so it'll help you become more present. So when the moment comes and there's a high pressure situation where you have to talk and especially if there's a lot of emotions to it, which is to say when you're talking to a guy that you like and you're trying to impress him, it's going to be easier to return to your breath. And I do this often. And for example, I like to say, okay, let me meditate for 10 minutes. Right? And then this 10 minutes, I'm going to see how often I forget my breath. After 10 minutes, I see it was like 10, 3 times. It doesn't matter. But the point is that becomes the easiest form to meditate. You just sit down, and then your challenge is to notice yourself forgetting. You notice. You forgot to notice, click that again. If you do it for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, it doesn't matter. And so when you're talking to a guy, this will just relax you. I'm telling you, try this on your own, and you're going to stand out. Because most women are in their heads, you know, they're mostly thinking. And so people feel that in the form of an energy. So when you do this, it automatically makes you stand out. It's very simple. A very simple thing that I use. And something that I talk to people, and every time they tell me they use this, they see instant results. I'm telling you, like, for example, like you notice that I forgot right now, right? You notice how I sped up. And the point is not the speeding up part. That's not the problem, because you can speed up consciously. The point is the unaware tension that you feel from wanting to get your point across. That tension is what gets in the way of communicating with people. It hinders you because you get wrapped up in your own thoughts. And rather than observing and listening to what the person's saying, you're listening to your own little soliloquies. And you're not really present. You're not really paying attention to the person. And so that affects the whole dynamics. But when you pay attention to the breath, it forces you to pay attention to the person more. And you react to them, not to your own reaction or to your own aversions of pain, but rather you're reacting to them. You're responding to them. You're not responding to your own emotions. Very simple thing to do. I'm telling you. Try this, and you're gonna see the difference. And if you actually do this while you're talking to other people, like people who know you, they're gonna tell you that there is a difference. They're gonna sense it. I'm telling you. So that's the way to stand out as a person in general. Anyways, this is Alex from mindfulattraction.org. If you need one-on-one coaching, just go to the Mindful Attraction website. Anyways, take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.